12. Evidence. So today, if a 90-year-old marries a 12-year-old, is that legal? Right? Now, this was a response to Christians, right? But what if an atheist comes and asks you that question? Right? Because an atheist doesn't believe in the Bible. So he could say, yeah, the Bible is crazy, and you're right, it was wrong. Why would Isaac marry a 3-year-old? And why would 12-year-old be married to a 90-year-old guy? Okay, as an atheist, then we would ask them, right? What age should a woman get married? Right? If you say 18, where'd you get that number from? At times, the average life expectancy in certain regions, including the time of the Prophet ﷺ, depending on the region, was between 20 and 30 or 35 years of age. Right? So if you tell someone you have to wait till you're 18 to get married, and if the average lifespan is 25, for example, when are they going to raise their kids? Okay? And if you have no high school, no college, no university, why would you be waiting? So these are things that they just make up numbers. In fact, if you look at history, and this is in the slide here, if you look on the top, these are the ages for consumption of marriage, meaning not Aisha was needing to be wed but not consuming at the time of her 6 or 7 years, but when she was 9 and so on, they consumed, right? So only a couple of 100 years ago, in America, per state, what was the age to consummate the marriage? Up to 1890 in Delaware was 7 years of age. At 7 years of age, until they changed it in 1890, in Delaware, you could consummate the marriage legally at 7 years of age. And you can see the rest of the states between 7 and 10 and 12 and so on, and some of them have no age. And scroll. Now, if you see, even into 1920, you will see from the 1890s, 10 years of age was the standard all the way to 1920. That is what? 100 years ago? Right? So, you can see, scroll down, up to 1920, if you look at the column, the second column, that is before 1920, 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, you will see 14, and some of them have any. Oregon had none. Right? It's a concept called presentism, meaning you're trying to judge an earlier age. When we mention this, and many of the kings and presidents and so on in America and in Europe and so on that married at 6 and 7 and 10 and so on, they say, well, that was a long time ago. Well, that was only a couple of 100 years ago. This is talking about 1400 years plus ago. Now, so the question then gets to be, at what age should you get married? Obviously, there is a biological, I'm responding to an atheist. There is a biological method to know. When your body, for example, starts to have the pain, starts to have menses, it shows that your